Hey guys, Paul Cigar Life here. Going to do a review on what I always say is my unicorn. Might have heard about it, Michael Jordan's favorite cigar, the Partagas Lusitania. Be surprised, it's all Cuban seed filler, all Cuban seed tobacco, and Cuban seed wrapper. Everything about it is Cuban. Absolutely wonderful smell. This one is actually a 2007, which for some reason they said it's hard to find because the 2007 tobacco was actually wiped out by a few different storms. The hardest part about it is actually finding the wrapper because it does have to have an extra long leaf, so not very many 2007s were made just because a lot of tobacco storms were wiped out. A lot of tobacco plants were wiped out by the storm. And before I do that, let's talk about our giveaway. We're going to give away a 3-pack assortment of the PDR Maduros. It's actually got a 93 rated, a 91 rated, and an 87 rated cigar in there. The 93 rated is right in the middle, so giving that away. Also, a cigar I did a review on, the Little Twisty. I did not like it. Some people said they like it, so I'm going to be giving that one away because I'm not going to smoke it. And one that I've just figured I'll throw in until they're gone. These are the Mother Earth by Drew Estate. They actually have a few interesting spices in there, like cloves and such. I haven't done a review on one yet or smoked one yet. I do plan on doing that. And just because I gave you those 2 cigars, I want to make sure something good's coming along. This is actually one of my Cigar of the Month club. And this is the Balamora. It's a Rothschild XO. Let's see. Anejo XO. It's a really short one, a little bit bigger than the nub, supposed to be comparable to it. So, see how y'all enjoy that. And now it's my turn to light this thing up. I actually did a review on one, and the computer messed up and didn't save it at the right format, so I'm smoking my second one. And I can tell you, if it's anything like the first one, I will not be disappointed. I was a bit surprised though, I'll tell you that. Alright, before I get that toasting, let me go ahead and get me toasting. There you go. That's exactly what I drank with it the last time. So, make sure everything tastes the same. Alright. Sit that down here. Let's get this thing toasting. Last time it did take 2.5 hours to smoke it. I hope this one has the same draw as the last one because I was quite impressed by the draw. It stayed good all the way through. Oh, it's the same as the last one. Oh, thank goodness. They're pretty consistent. Their highest rating of this one has actually been a 93. Pretty much all I found on it. They didn't really rate it. I always said I wasn't going to do a review on any cigars you can't get. But since you're able to get them shipped to the U.S. now, definitely going to be doing a few more Cuban reviews. The thing that gets me about this one is, excuse me, it's got a little bit of spice on the retro. Has that earthy, grassy taste that comes from all the rest of the Cuban seed, but it also has a complexity to it, a chocolate taste, a sweetness to it. Even it's got that little bit of spice on that retro. It's just a little bit different than most stuff. And the last one I smoked, I hope this one does the same thing. We'll talk about it as it goes along, but it tastes a little fruity at the beginning, like a peach or an apricot type of fruity. It's a lot more complex than, I would say, 99.9% of all the Cubans I've ever smoked. I'm not sure if it's because of that particular year. I haven't smoked any before, so the only ones I've smoked are the exact same SKU numbers, and it is really good. They have been quite impressive to me. Now let me move these giveaway cigars out the way. But tonight I'll figure I'll keep Epic going. I'm watching a few NBA playoff games after this is over, so make sure I keep it going Epic. Just a great flavor. It's supposed to be medium to full body. It's definitely very on the light side of medium to light. One thing I had to do with the other one. I love these little cups. You can buy them from anywhere that sells alcohol usually, but I like them from Amazon because you get a bunch for really cheap, and well, they're not made to last forever, so they can break and you got plenty more to replace them. This was full when I did the last review. I took it down some. Alright guys, and the ending date for the one I want to do is, it's going to be at, I believe I'm going to do 3 weeks on this one because it's going to be quite a big giveaway. Let's see. So, say September 27th. I'm also going to be doing a Facebook Live on this if you're watching the Facebook Live. Not really sure what I want to do for that one exactly, but get enough viewers, I might do something special. But definitely going to be announcing the giveaway. This video should be posted afterwards. So, what amazed me, the draw. It's 7.5 inches long and it's a 49 ring gauge. So it's not the biggest ring gauge, but to have that much draw and something that big around, that thin, great craftsmanship on a cigar. Yeah, same thing. When I took Jaeger bomb on the last one, I could taste the grassy earthiness really well, and also brought out that fruit flavor as well. That's just good. Actually, ever since Monte Fortuna sent me these two in that sampler, I've been starting off every morning with a cup of coffee and a Cuban. Except for this morning, I figured I better slow down on the Cubans. But they sent me a few little ones. They're just good ones to go in the morning. Little Coronas. It's just a good morning start. Now, everybody that knows me about cigars knows that I believe Cubans are not the best cigars. Not to say that they're not the great cigar, because this is an absolutely wonderful and great cigar to smoke. I'm not knocking it at all. This actually has more flavor complexity than I've ever tasted out of a Cuban. And it's just basically, it's just been aged, and it's got a little bit of cedar wood flavor to it that comes in, not much. but to have not that much of a grassy flavor on there and all the rest of these notes, that chocolate, the sweetness, the fruity flavor, the cedar wood, the spice on the retro, it's just, it tastes more like a Honduran cigar than a Cuban, which is a compliment because Honduras has some great cigars, but then it has the refinement to roll something like this and make it to where it has a great draw. I'm tell you right now, I've been smoking the LFD airbenders, and some of those at the very beginning don't have the best draw, but as it smokes down about 1/3, you get an amazing draw, and that's a lot bigger ring gauge. I guarantee you, if it was rolled in the same factory, they would kill that cigar. It'd be awesome. This is just a lovely smoke. I was actually smoking a really nice Monte Cristo Cuban the other day. It was the epitome of Cuban. Beautiful grass flavor with the cedar wood, and that's pretty much all the notes I picked up on it, and a little bit of pepper to the retro, but not much. It was just the epitome of a great Cuban. And then when you smoke something like this, you go, wow. There's definitely better classes of Cubans out there. This is one of the top ones I've smoked. I think it's just the age difference on it. I normally wouldn't rate any Cubans in my top 10 of cigars. This one's getting pretty close. I'll be real interested to see if what would happen if that country loosened up its tobacco laws. With these master rollers and the access to other tobaccos, I think they would definitely be number one in the world consistently every single year. So that's what I love about the Parrot. That's just good. And that one, it brings out the grassiness and it brings out the chocolate when I mix it with the beer. Just a little bit of difference in what pairing does. My other one, when the camera quit working, I went to the bar, tried a couple different things in my house, and it was pretty good with the tin cup. Not very good with the Buffalo Trace. It was really good with a Irish whiskey that I had. Can't remember the name of it, but it's definitely better with a Jaeger bomb and the Dos Equis. It's kind of a crazy mixture, but I don't know, I guess the strawberry licorice flavor really helps bring out some more of these notes a little bit stronger. Alright guys, I'll be back with y'all on the next ash, and we'll talk about how it's going. Gonna make the comebacks a little bit shorter because this thing smokes so long and ashes so many times. I don't want the video to be 30 minutes. So I'll be back with you guys. Time to ash. This one's actually smoking a little bit faster than the other one. I guess I'm not sitting back and enjoying it as much as I was. It still tastes exactly the same. I'm just smoking a little more of it. I'm gonna start taking my time with it. Now I was doing this on the other one as well. I was taking a shot every time I came back to ash, which ended up being quite a few shots. But well worth it. I'm that guy that's willing to make the sacrifice to sit here and smoke a good Cuban cigar and take shots. If you ever need somebody to make that sacrifice for you, just let me know, man. I'll be that guy. what time it was. Just like the last one did. Not as spicy as it was. Fruity flavors picking up. Chocolate's there, but it's more of a cocoa flavor. Sweetness has kind of gone away. Not all the way. It's still got sweetness on the back end, but the grassy flavor is almost completely gone. I mean, just really the cocoa and the tropical fruit flavors in there. Cedar wood's picking up a little bit stronger than it was before. It's just smoking right on the nose, the other one. I think the smoke's going to be perfectly predictable with that first one I smoked. That just shows a master in mixing and wrapping. I'm going to get each one of them exactly the same. Something this long, that's perfect. Alright guys, well, I get with you on the next ash. I'm going to keep smoking this and I'll be back with you. Time to ash again. And the grassy flavor starting to come back a little bit. The apricot flavor is definitely there good. I mean, it's not overpowering, but it is just a good mixture with that grassy flavor. Also, that chocolatey flavor is pretty much non-existent with the cocoa. And you just got it on the back end a little bit, and have a little bit more spice on the retro. Just a good smoke. And it's still just as mild as it was when I first lit it up. I do like how it's got the same flavors, but it's constantly changing the consistency of those flavors. It's like some of the multi-leaf ones you get that constantly changes the flavors and the intensity. It's one of those ones that just slowly gets better. And the price point from this one is anywhere from $38 to $100 a stick, depending on where you get it from, what the age is. Forgot to say that in the beginning, but I was looking at my book and I was figured I'd go ahead and mention it. They got some that are 90 from 96, and those are the $101 a stick, so $100 a stick. Alright guys. Every time I get a little bit on my beard. I'm going to come back in on the next ash, let you know how it's going, and it's weird that that pair's that good with it. Alright guys, I'll be back with you. Well guys, I was about to come back in the ash, but it actually fell on my table, so I knocked in the ashtray. Grass flavor is still as strong as it was last time. Just perfectly good balance with that sweetness. Cocoa starting to come back more on the back end. Getting just a little bit spicier than it was on the retro. And the sweetness is definitely coming back as well. I mean, almost Maduro sweetness. It's absolutely wonderful smoke. After I come back and ash the next time, I'm already ready to give it a point. I already smoked one, so I don't feel bad telling you exactly where I rate this one. And the rating actually surprises me, to tell you the truth. Because coming into it, I knew it was a good cigar. I knew it was an all-time favorite of a great cigar aficionado. But rating it, what I did surprised me. Alright guys, here we go. Just amazing how that brings out the apricot flavor. I wouldn't even call it peachy anymore, it's just apricot. This one's been burning for 1 hour now. So it's smoking a little bit faster than the other one, like I said, but probably got about another 45 minutes or an hour left in this one. A good smoke. Not like the Andalusian Bull. You might as well just black out 3 hours of your day for that one, because you're not going to want to put it out. You're not going to want to put it down. Sorry, that's my ghost coughing. Just a great smoke, guys. I mean, go to Monte Fortuna. That's where I got them from. You won't be disappointed. Buy a couple, buy a box, buy a sampler. And just to make perfectly clear, I am not paid. I am not supported. I receive no cigars for free from Monte Fortuna. I have to say it every time I talk about a company, because we're not affiliated whatsoever. I got their product really fast. It was really, I ordered it at midnight, so it was 3 days instead of 4. Got here really quick. Very surprised that they can ship some from Germany, or at least Switzerland, quicker than I can get some from Florida. So, very good packaging. They want to make sure it doesn't get damaged. It is wrapped very well. Lots of bubble wrap. Box looked perfect. Unlike if I order something from Houston and I'm right down south of it, it'll show up looking like they used it for a soccer ball. Alright guys, I'm going to come back to you on the next ash, let you know how it's going, and go ahead and give this thing a rating. Grass, got to ash it one more time. And ready to give it a number. I can pull my book out for this one. The Special Reserve was a 91. The La Hamar de la Cuba, I rated that one 93, flat along with it. The Andalusian Bull's highest was a 96. That one's definitely a 99 for me. Excess Gold 59 is a 92. It's about where this one's at. It's that good. Perdomo Maduro 96. Aging Room 95. So I think they got it right with the 93. I would have to give this one a 93. It's a little bit better than the Excess Gold, just because it does change flavor profile so much. It is so much put into it. Let's see. The Excess Gold had cherry, cedar, some great flavors in it. Mixture of 5 different tobaccos. Just a great cigar, but this one was even more complex than that, and it's just Cuban seed, and the wrapper on it is the thinnest, most delicate wrapper I ever saw, but yet I can roll that thing around it. I mean, it is kept in a cooler door, but still just perfect binder, great draw. The change in flavor, like right now, it's cedar, apricot, cocoa on the back end, sweetness with a little bit of grass flavor, spice on the retro. Those flavors didn't get super. I did not purge this thing once. I didn't want to. Purge it might make it taste like it did before, but I don't want it to taste like it did before. I want it to taste like it does now, because it constantly changes. It constantly gets better. It's a surprising cigar. When I smoked, I was thinking, it's just a long Cuban, and gonna get grass, gonna get woodsy flavor, maybe 1 or 2 other notes at max. To sit there and get 5 other notes with a little bit of spicy on the back, that is supremely surprising to me, especially somebody that loves Cuban cigars, but also I usually don't see too much complexity in them. It's beautifully complex. It's a great roll. Super thin wrapper on the outside. I mean, for this one, to me not to want to purge and extra long, I mean, the Monte Cristo Churchill Extra is rated a 96, I think. And that one I had to purge a couple times. Let's see. Yeah, 96. And that one I purged a few times. And it's a good cigar. I mean, great cigar that Monte Cristo is. One of the top 10 cigars this year. But this one is just so surprising that it stays so good for so long. Absolutely wonderful taste. I honestly thought starting out 89.90, and I thought it was going to stay around 89.90. I definitely thought I'm going to have to purge this thing just because how big it is. But to not have to purge it and rate it at 93, super surprising to me. And honestly, the other one I smoked, exactly the same. I mean, it's following the exactly same profile. Almost like it was one guy rolling them. You know what I mean? He makes them exactly the same. He uses exact same leaves to roll it. It's just the construction of this maximizes what they can get. Now, aging these probably won't do anything. I just realized. Because I don't think you can get this tobacco any better. I honestly think this is the best that this can get. Just because I don't foresee a Cuban seed getting any better than this. What I'd like to do is take a tobacco like this and barrel age it in a nice bourbon barrel for about 5 years. God, I'd love to barrel age it. I think that would bring out so many complexities and bring out such flavor that not another cigar in the world would stand next to it, and that's just being honest with you. This is simple, packed in palm leaves for 10 years, packed in cedar. You know, well, packed in palm leaves for a couple years and then packed in cedar. That's it. Pleasantly surprised. Really happy about it. Definitely gonna have to order a couple more. My wife's making me laugh because she's giving me the make it rain symbol. That means spend all the money you want on cigars. Thank you, baby. Most impressive thing yet is that it pairs good with Jägermeister and Red Bull. What the hell pairs good with Jägermeister and Red Bull? Nothing I've ever seen. I mean, I usually gotta wait, take a drink of beer or something to get that out of my mouth for the cigar to hit better. Just freaking amazing. Well, guys, the Partagas Lusitania. I'm gonna finish smoking this, watch some NBA playoffs. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. Go on to Facebook, put done, or put done in the comments on YouTube. Make sure I'll be able to reach you if you do. Like, put your name on Facebook or something if you had some weird name there and you didn't put done on Facebook. I want to make sure that I can get to the winners. Last time, both winners got their packages, no problem. Make sure you give me the right zip code, because one guy took a month to get his because he put a wrong zip code on there. And actually, good faith in the cigar community. The guy that was delivered to wrongly actually brought it to his house and delivered it to him. So, wasn't the post office that got it to the right address, just a good citizen. I know these guys. Have a good cigar and a good life. See y'all next time.